Hello, everybody. Welcome, and thank you for tuning in to Just Bleed Radio. Today is Sunday, December 21st, 2025, and this is the Weekend Roundup live. What's going on, gang? What is happening? What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Just Bleed Radio. And yes, as you just heard in the introduction, this is the first ever JBR Weekend Roundup live. This is the 81st edition of the Roundup. And my name is LazyBed. I'll be your host today. Joining me, as usual, my two cohorts in this endeavor. As usual, my guys, DangerMouse, and my dude Austin, who is actually on camera right now, as you can see, the one and only member of the crew willing to go on camera. But yeah, so this is the first live Weekend Roundup. DangerMouse, how you feeling, bud?
I'm nervous. First time live.
Got those Eminem sweaty palms.
I'm also getting some feedback. I don't know if anyone else is.
I am not. Do you have headphones on?
No, I do not.
You're going to want some headphones. Yes. Yes.
Okay. I'll sort that out.
Sort it out. In the meantime, though, we got Austin here in the flesh, live on camera in his podcasting shed, I believe. So, Austin, what's going on, my dude?
I'm good, man. I'll do a little tour. So, it's the drum music room of the boys, and this is their music shed, and I commandeer it for when we record, and it's been working out, and it's got its own little light system and everything, and yeah, I mean, I built a I hope she's not gonna watch this, but I built a cabinet for the wife in here so she couldn't fucking see it. So I've been in here the last couple of days anyway, so yeah, I'm doing good, and just getting off of being sick for 2 fucking weeks, so I'm happy.
Yeah,
happy to finally be done with it. And yeah, right. But no, this is what, week 1 of no fights.
Yeah,
no meaningful fights, I should say.
Yeah, depending on who you ask. But yeah, shed looks good. Happy to have you here. Hopefully the wife, this is one of the episodes the wife doesn't watch, so we'll see.
Hopefully she doesn't. She doesn't. I don't think she gives a shit, but hopefully she doesn't notice.
I see we already got some people in the chat. Shout out to our guy Dave, who would usually be here manning the ones and twos. Is actually, I believe, working at the moment, but he's found time to chat with us. Also got our boy Too Much BHP in the house. What's up, BHP? And the dude, the man, the myth, Zombie. Zombie also here. What's going on, Zombie? Yeah, so we're going to do this thing live for the first time ever. We're going to see how this shakes out. Hopefully there's no interruptions or technical difficulties, but we shall see. DangerMouse has already had the first technical difficulty of the day, and hopefully he's got that sorted out now. I'm
not exactly sure.
It sounds good to me.
Yeah, it's only Austin I can hear twice. I tried it with the headphones on. It makes no difference, and I've gone back now to not having the headphones in, and it might be all right now. I'm not sure.
I mean, it doesn't sound like there's an echo in the background, so I think we're okay.
Yeah, looks like it's gone okay now.
Cool. Dave says it's good, so he's the mastermind, so we'll take his word for it. But yeah, as you guys
technician.
As you listeners can see in the thumbnail, or maybe you can't because we've got our little pictures over it, but either way, this is a special naughty or nice edition of the Weekend Roundup, and I'll tell you guys off the top that we have done very minimal planning or preparation for this. I think maybe we have some names in mind, but as far as what we're going to say, that's going to come entirely off the cuff, but we'll see how it shakes out. Either way, the concept of this is we're going to take a look at the MMA landscape over the past year, be that fighters, organizations, referees, whatever the case may be, even teams, commentators, anything you can think of. And we're going to give our selections for who in this combat sporting space has been naughty or nice over this last year. So we'll see what the fellas come up with. Hopefully we don't have too many repeats, but if we do, it'll just go to further prove that these people were as naughty or nice as we said they are. But I guess since I'm already blabbering here and I'm already talking, I'll go ahead and I'll start us off. You guys want to go with the naughty side first or the nice side first?
Oh, it's Christmas. Go with naughty.
All right, we'll go with the naughty side first. And I'm actually going to start with maybe a bit of a swerve here, a curveball to our listeners, to our regular listeners, the bleeders out there that will know this man actually was on my fantasy draft team for this year, actually was my MVP for the fantasy draft and for the draft in general. I'm talking about Jean Silva, Lord Silva himself. This is going to come as a shocker to many, I'm sure, but he actually does make my naughty list for this year. And I'm going to tell you why. It's because the man was afforded, the man was afforded a golden opportunity and absolutely squandered that opportunity against Diego Lopez with his foolish decision-making, his willingness to lean into his autism, things of that nature. But so he basically flushed an opportunity for me to potentially have come out of this draft with even more points right down the fucking toilet. And I can't be
fuck
too
off.
mad.
You already won the draft. Fuck off.
I know. I can't be too mad at him because he was the MVP, but I'm just saying. Oh, we got the man in the house, WMC, my man Westy. What's up, Westy? What's going on? Cyril Gone is a naughty man. And I think I do know somebody on this list that might have Cyril Gone on his naughty list.
Well, he most certainly does.
All right. Well, seeing as we're talking about him right now, DangerMouse, who would you like to give us first for your 2025 naughty list?
I did actually see that fight today that you were talking about, and I did consider adding that one. But I am going to go for my naughty. Hang on a second. Where do I need to go with this one? I am going to go for Lucas Bozaki for his illegal knee, for which he had 2 points taken. I haven't got the note of which fight it is, I'm afraid. Somebody like Austin might know. But yeah, that's what I'm going to take. He landed. The guy whoever he was fighting was down on one knee, and he drove his knee into the side of his head, and they obviously paused the fight. And then I meant to check the name of the ref, but yeah, he took 2 points anyway. So that's my naughty one. You don't see 2 points being taken very often. So yeah.
Hopefully in the future we see more willingness to take points. So 2 points being snatched might not be a rarity if they actually enforce the rules.
Yeah, that would be nice. That's my wish for Christmas.
All right, Austin, what is your non-wish for Christmas? Who is the person that gets coal in their stocking from you first?
Well, it's kind of tough, but it would be the matchmakers for the UFC, and primarily due to the fact that it's, if I recall, and this is one that's like I've been holding on to for a while, where it's the matchmaking for the top of the divisions, where they just kind of seem to like throw fucking shit at the wall and hope it sticks. And there's a part of me that's like, I remember a quote. I can't remember if it was Nick Maynard or Sean Shelby. I think it was Sean Shelby, if I'm not mistaken, where he's like, again, I'm stealing this from somebody who had said it. If I'm believing, if I'm right, it's Jed Meshew who said it. And he's all, because he quoted it on the show. He goes, which one of these cards was bad? Show me. And I think he was referring to an Apex card. It's like, and don't get me wrong. Like, I get it that their job is not easy and they have to deal with a bunch of like personalities and management, and circumstances. But like, God damn it, man! Like, if we're looking at the UFC and the way they matchmake, it's always annoyed me, and I know a lot of it has to do with like the relationships to the fighters, the promotional willingness that they are to put behind certain fighters and other things like that. And, injuries, inconveniences and stuff like that get in the way. But like, fuck you. Like, your job is hard, but like, you should do better. Like, fucking A man who was a fucking tyrant at 5'4" and Joe Silva ruled over the matchmaking for the UFC years ago. And they had heavyweights who were afraid of him because he put an iron fist to the divisions because he wanted to make sure that his toys would mash together regularly. Like if we had Joe Silva today, a lot more fights would happen. That's all I'm saying. So call
Yeah.
in both of their stockings.
Yeah.
I'm just
Go ahead.
sorry. I just want to jump in and dead wrong myself there before it happens. The Lucas Pazaki is actually the referee who took 2 points, and it was the Jun Young Park versus Ismail Nordiev fight at UFC Baku in 2020, back in June, and he took 2 points for an illegal knee to the head of a grounded downed opponent. So
Bosaki, that's the referee that looks just like GC from the Helwani show. I know exactly who you're talking about. Real quick, some shout outs to some new people popping up in the chat. We got our guy Rob Loria, a longtime listener, John Ray in the house as well. Who else do we got here? Beaver showing up, one of our regular bleeders who always tunes in, giving the same shout out that you gave there, Austin, bringing up Joe Silva. Oh yeah, I forgot I can actually do this. Look at me, I'm Mike Heck. Yes. Silva was a good matchmaker, but again, I'm of the mindset that I don't really think that the UFC has had the greatest matchmakers throughout their history as a company. Especially now more than ever, they're really in need of some new blood and some fresh ideas, and because they're just lacking in the creativity department, I'll tell you that much. But yeah, and then so I guess that brings it back around to me, but we'll switch it up because again, it is the Christmas season. So we'll go from the naughty list and we'll swap it over to the nice list and give our first selections for that side of things. And once again, I'm going to throw another curveball. I'm going to throw another little swerve here because the first person I'm going to mention on my nice list is Lord John Silva, my 2025 JBR.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
MVP, the man who scored the most points of anyone that any of us selected due to activity and success, which is the key to the JBR fantasy draft. But again, this is the flip side of the coin with him because while he did have some complete boneheaded donk performances, specifically the one against Diego Lopez, he had a phenomenal fucking year. You can't knock the guy for the amount of fights he was able to complete, the finishes that he was able to secure in those fights, the trajectory that he went on from being, I wouldn't say a relative unknown at the beginning of the year, but somebody who wasn't exactly on the tip of the tongue of most casuals to being probably one of the bigger names in the lighter weight classes at very least, and definitely one of the more recognizable names from the fighting nerds. So John Silva, you, sir, made both my naughty and my nice list. So all right, well, we'll swing it back around to DangerMouse once again. DangerMouse, who is the first person on your nice list for this year?
I'm gonna be controversial possibly here, and I have two people in equal third, and you'll see why in just a second, and that will be Josh Emmett and Nathaniel Wood, because both of these guys gave away 2 tickets to the various UFCs. Emmett gave away 2 tickets to UFC 318, which is Poirier versus Holloway 3 in New Orleans, plus round trip flights. It was tied to a Circles app, but that all you had to do was enter your account numbers or something and tag friends, whatever. Really, really generous price back at the end of the day. And Nathaniel Wood, he ran a giveaway in March for 2 tickets to UFC London, and he promoted it through his Prospect Academy subscription, which again was a really, really simple entry for subscribers. So, and that's my phone going off, don't know if you heard that. So yeah, those 2 guys, I think that's a really nice gesture. They didn't have to do it. I'm sure there was some help in sponsorship, but nonetheless, fighters don't get that many tickets despite people's opinions of how many free tickets they might get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is really cool too. I didn't know that about Nathaniel Wood. That's
I did try and look for your stepfather, Anik, because I know he sometimes gives tickets away, but I couldn't find anything for him doing it this year. So sorry, Mr. Anik.
I believe he's a Jewish man anyway, so maybe he does it for Hanukkah instead. Yeah. All right. Well, we got a couple of questions in the chat. Before we get to those, we'll jump to Austin now for his first selection for his nice list. Who do you got? Who's a nice person that you can give some love to?
Well, let's say I'll just do a generalization of any fighter who has a charity and continues to run said charity, promote it via their fights or interviews. Like I know Dustin Poirier, Max Holloway. I think a handful of others still have charities that they also promote. That I mean, anytime we just donated to a local charity where we hand out uh, money to the charity and they give shopping sprees to kids who don't really have a whole lot. So anytime you could do that, that's always nice, especially around the holidays. So
Yeah.
shout outs to you.
Yeah, it reminds me. It makes me think of like even though he's retired now, Dustin Poirier in the Good Fight. He's really good about that sort of thing. And charitable fighters are always, deserve some love and some shine.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah. All right. A couple of questions from the chat here. Rob Loria asking, what different can he expect to see coming out of JBR for 2026? Well, as far as what different, I guess you could expect more of this, more lives. Whether or not you'll ever get a face reveal from me or DangerMouse remains yet to be seen. Probably unlikely.
They're not on the want to show their mugs on the camera phase yet.
Really, unfortunately, this is where the PC master race falls down because I don't have a camera, obviously, on my desktop.
I do, but much like Joe Rogan, I've got tape over mine.
Oh gosh, yeah.
But yeah, as far as what you can expect new in 2026, definitely I'd say more live content. Trying to get these different videos that we do done in a live format as opposed to pre-recorded. But even though pre-recorded's fun because then Dave and Chatri get to fiddle around and do their editing and putting stuff in there. But more live stuff. Hopefully more of what you're used to, but maybe with some new spins on it, some new segments, and I don't know, really just whatever we can think of.
Tapology.
Yeah, the Tapology League. We do have a Tapology League now. Go ahead and join that if you would like. There should be a link in the description of this episode afterwards. So make sure to put that in there. But yeah, a couple of different things and interviews. We do have some interviews that we've been slacking on getting done. Maybe some of them will get recorded over this break that we're on right now. But yeah, so some stuff on the horizon.
Also going to try and get some fighter reviews done. I think if we hadn't done a show tonight, that's actually what I was going to do. Start making a video. I won't reveal which fighter at the moment. Not Dakota. I will say that.
And also Biva, yeah. I don't think it's crazy at all that you're still annoyed by that. I think that's still the record holder for the longest walkout in Apex history, let alone Contender Series. John Silva took like 5 minutes to get from the backstage to the cage. So definitely not wrong for being mad about
complete piss.
All right, we'll keep our lists going now. And I believe that is back to me. And we are back to the naughty side of things. And this is where it's going to get interesting. This is where I got to start getting serious. And I got to start putting thought into these things and really considering what I'm going to say. And I haven't put any thought into this whatsoever. So we'll just jump right to it. The next person, or I should say the next entity on my naughty list for 2025. And it's more so me anticipating that they're going to be on my naughty list for 2026. But it started this year. I'm talking about UFC Fight Pass. UFC Fight Pass, you are officially on my list, buddy. You're on my fucking list. For those that don't know, UFC Fight Pass has long been the prime destination for the UFC Fight Library and all their content from day one until now, also including content from a wide variety of regional MMA promotions, everything from old, long defunct promotions to current ones. That's the library. That's always been located on Fight Pass. As well as that, they've always maintained and carried a roster of current, active, live regional promotions that they air exclusively on Fight Pass. Many people do not watch or enjoy regional MMA, but I, for one, I do very much. It's probably my favorite aspect of mixed martial arts. So Fight Pass has long been a destination of mine. It's been appointment viewing on Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sunday nights. There's always promotions running, always good local MMA to watch, and it's a great place to discover the talent of tomorrow today. And what's currently going on with Fight Pass is a bit murky, and it's a long topic to get into, so I won't really delve into it too much. But their future is more or less up in the air. Where the fight library will end up is uncertain. What's going to happen with a good number of these regional promotions that have become reliant on UFC Fight Pass remains uncertain because they are not signing or renewing contracts, broadcast deals. And the ones that they are renewing, they're wanting exclusive rights. So more or less, you could think of this as like in a music type comparison. This is like your record label wanting the masters to all your music. And if you're not willing to sign it over, they're not willing to promote you. So that's kind of what's going on with UFC Fight Pass. Bit of a strange situation. Lots of rumors, lots of innuendo on what's going to happen with it going forward. But remains to be seen, and I, for one, am going to be keeping a close eye on the situation because Lazy needs his regional MMA, baby. Lazy needs his regional fights. So UFC Fight Pass,
even I finally signed up to Fight Pass this year, and I was getting into it. Kind of, I don't watch it as much as you, obviously, but it's very handy for rewatching fights. And yeah, it's probably my fault because whenever I like a TV series, it normally lasts for one season and then ends. So.
I mean, that's the curse. That's the curse.
It's a great service to have. It's a very worthwhile service to have. I don't know if he's going to make the list, but shout out to Brian Campbell. He should probably be on somebody's naughty list for leaving us all high and dry.
I'm not there yet. I can't do that one yet.
Okay, Mouse. Let's go to you next for your next person or entity on your naughty list.
Okay, this is a guy I have been a sometime fan of. Always love this guy's defense. Of course, I'm talking about Sean Strickland, our former middleweight champion. Because in June, he was involved in a post-fight brawl at a Tough Enough event in Las Vegas, which led to a 6-month suspension, retroactive, potentially reducible with the anger management course. And he also grabbed a $5,000 fine from the Nevada State Athletic Commission. I know Dan Hardy's Mrs. V was actually quite enjoyed training with Sean when he had to turn up there in his wrestling garb and teach the ladies about grappling. Yeah, but still, naughty Sean. You can't, just because someone flips you the finger or calls you a bitch, especially a fighter who's in the cage, you can't go stomping in there afterwards and try and knock his block off, which you also failed to do. So.
Especially when you're cornering against the guy and the guy happens to be a off-duty policeman. Not smart.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that was the worst part about it, I guess you'd say. Or maybe the best part about it, depending on who you ask. All right, let's get a couple of more from the chat here. I think I already brought this one up, but I got to bring it up again.
Yeah.
Anthony Joshua, got to be on the nice list of every MMA fan right now. Has to be.
Fine.
Oh, yeah.
And also, good shout here from Zombie. Bonfim, completely forgot about this when he was bashing his heel into that nasty gash that Wonder Boy had on his shin, and he was just slamming it in there like a just gruesome, cruel.
He knew what he was doing.
Well, speaking of cruel and gruesome, I bet you got somebody else cruel and gruesome on your naughty list, Austin. So who do you got next up for us?
I mean, if you already had him on your list, I apologize, but I do not apologize for putting him on my list. It's Isaac Delgarian.
Ooh, good one.
And here's the thing, like, if you give a fighter who isn't making a whole lot of money and isn't a main event fighter, former champion, pay-per-view point fighter, they're probably not going to do this, per se. But a lower level guy who basically said, yeah, no, I'm here for the good, for the long run. I'm here to try to do this. And I think it was like 7-1 or 6-1, I think, at the time of the fight, right? And he was a former athlete, D1, I think, a wrestler, and the fact that he decided to do what he did in the subsequent fallout of it, and now there's a whole black cloud over the betting situation that the UFC has, and there was already one to begin with the former James Krause gyms, right? And I'm just saying, if you could put that out there the way you did, I'm just saying, like, hey, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But there's circumstantial evidence, and circumstantial evidence usually means that there's a cause and probability is usually the issue. I'm just saying, naughty or nice, whatever you want to call him. He's naughty on my list because, hey, let's just go ahead and put more fuel on the fire for the UFC. Why not?
Yeah. I think this is definitely a situation where when there's smoke, there's probably some fire here. And again, this isn't the first time we've run into this type of scenario, but we better be careful what we say here. We don't want any cease and desist letters from Hunter Campbell or Jason Herzog.
That's fine. They don't know where I live.
Good point here from John Ray as well. BC's probably is on some kind of list. What kind of list that is? Hard to say. All right. We'll go back to me now. And I believe it is back to the nice. And yeah, this is a pretty easy one for me. This was when I sat down and I did give some brief thought to who should be on these naughty or nice lists. This was kind of one of the first ones that really jumped out to me as a recipient for either side, but definitely probably the nicest thing of the year has been for people in this MMA YouTube community. It's Prop Quiz, man. Prop freaking quiz. Yeah. It was the game show sweeping the nation by storm. All of our favorite MMA personalities all coming together for a fun little interaction, but done in a setting where we can all kind of participate too in the chat, and we can join in with the game. And it's been a really fun, piece of content to have. It's also been really nice to see our guy Long Island Luke and people in the chat's guy Long Island Luke get the shine that he so rightfully deserves. Long and unspoken hero kind of behind the scenes, and now to be kind of getting the limelight and hearing his name and the show Prop Quiz get mentioned on Helwani and get mentioned on MMA fighting weigh-in streams at like fucking 7 a.m. when you don't expect to hear it. It's really cool. It's just something you don't expect. So shout out to Long Island Luke. Shout out to Prop Quiz. It's been fucking awesome.
Yeah, for sure. That's a really, really enjoyable moment. You said all our favorite MMA media celebrities. Well, minus one for me, but we won't go into that.
I love you, AK Lee.
Approaching Christmas, I'll be that much nice. I won't mention his name. But yeah, fantastic show by Luke. I really, really do enjoy it. Even though I guess, I'm really good on the first couple of levels where you're just guessing. But
Yeah. When you're getting into the anytime they get to the ones where it's like, who main evented UFC 279? It's like, I don't fucking remember. I can't remember last week, dude. Come on.
Exactly. It's normally who was in the co-main, isn't it? Something ridiculous like that.
Yeah, it's you.
Jose's like, give me a couple of minutes. Yeah, okay, it was so and so. That man is a menace.
Oh shit. Yeah. Shout out. It's my guy, Western Mass Climber. He's a regular over in Crossover MMA's chats and those guys in that little family of shows chats. This is indeed LazyBed's show. Not LazyBed's show alone. This is LazyBed's show with No Special, aka Austin, and DangerMouse, and those not pictured or not present, Dave and Chatri. This is the squad right here. This is Just Bleed Radio.
Yeah, sure is.
What else do we got in the chat here? Yes, this is also true. Prop Quiz, very good at humbling us all when it comes to UFC trivia. Every single time.
100%. Yeah, I will never compete against Jose Youngs. I know enough to ruin a marriage. I've been told that, but I will not do that. No.
Oh, God. Yes. You've got to know your shit with prop quiz, and you got to know Long Island Luke's personality too, because once you kind of get to know him and how he writes these questions, you could kind of get a lean on some of them that you wouldn't have otherwise, because he's a tricky little fellow.
Yeah,
He sure is.
Yeah,
he writes those questions very well.
I was really impressed with these introductions readers for everyone. They are really, really cool and fantastic. But I was like, how does he do those so well every time? And I'm wondering, does he have a what's the name of it? The thing where you can roll a script up on. Can't think of the name now. Mine's gone blank.
Oh, a teleprompter.
Teleprompter, yeah. And figuring that he does so much editing and stuff and directing, I'm presuming he probably does have one.
Yeah, he's got his tips. He's got his little tricks and whatnot. The trade secrets.
Yeah. There's a teleprompter here on StreamYard. I've never fucked with it. I'm not going to now, but perhaps. All right, who's next? I think DangerMouse was next. And I think it's time for another one from your nice list.
Okie dokie. I've been very literal in this. So my second one in second place on his own is Brian Ortega. He made what you could call a selfless gesture back in March. He donated his long ponytail to Wigs for Kids, a charity that provides wigs for kids, wigs for children, dealing with hair loss from medical treatments like chemotherapy. Really, really nice way to support kids going through some tough times. And genuine moment of charity. I think that's really fantastic. I know it'll grow back, but you know what I mean. It's still a really, really nice gesture.
Yeah, not an easy thing to do for sure. Yeah, and that's I don't like Brian Ortega for his fighting career, but that's a selfless act. That's a very selfless act, and that's awesome.
Yeah, especially when you got such beautiful hair like he has. That's probably.
Oh, he had a lion's mane. He had a lion's mane if there was one.
Must have been soul crushing to chop those locks off. But yeah, good for him. Actually, you're surprising me here, DangerMouse. I didn't expect you to have these charitable actions from these guys.
I said I've taken it very literally, I'm afraid. So yeah.
Hey, nothing wrong with it. I mean, it's working. Octopus in the house. What's going on, Octopus?
What's up, man?
What's happening, brother? All right. Now let's move it to Austin to round out this second round of nice list recipients. Who you got?
Well, technically, it's another twofer, and someone had already pointed to it. And I don't know if you know, but Anthony Joshua and Jake Paul had a fight this weekend. And despite how it ended, and regardless, I think Anthony Joshua is on the nice list. And so is the gentleman who fought, I forget, I think his last name was Demore, if I'm not mistaken. From, was it Misfits Boxing or something like that? And he also defeated a infamous online troll in Tate. And hey, those two are on my nice list, and they should get extra cookies and eggnog this year. And I don't know. I'll keep it plain and simple on that one. So hey, good for them. And anytime those guys lose, I'm happy.
Yeah, it's a great selection. I wish I had the technological capabilities to bring up an image if I knew how, because I would bring up that picture of both Jake Paul and Andrew Tate on their knees at the belt line of another man, shall we say, with their face in position where it should be. Oh, fantastic. Love to see it. You'll love to see it. All right. What else do we got here? Oh, good shot from Rob Loria. Yuri on his nice list. I could see that. Yeah, Yuri's done some good stuff for us combat-wise this year. Also, always seems to be a pretty charitable guy. I believe got his master's degree this year. Is becoming a father. So yeah,
he got that fan. He got that fan into the event.
Yes.
Yeah,
I remember that as well.
That's the kind of thing I was looking for. He gets on my nice list just for beating up Jamal Hill.
All right. Well, it was nice to talk nice, but we do have to finish out our naughty list. And I believe that it is back to me. So to wrap out my three for the naughties of 2025. Again, this is one that's kind of topical and kind of present, but also has been an ongoing problem throughout this year, as well as last year. Yeah, definitely the past couple of years. But really this year, and Dave pointed it out earlier, Karate fucking Combat, guys. Karate Combat
Yeah.
has been extremely naughty in 2025. Whether that's not paying their fighters, promising payment and not following through, whether that's not paying their cast and crew, the people that put the production on, the people that are rigging up the arenas, the truck drivers that are delivering the pit to the arenas, top to bottom, inside and out, all around. Karate Combat has been just an absolute shit show this year. I tuned into their most recent event, which was their first event in several months, and those that know will know. It was just a calamity of errors, one after the other. The event didn't even begin until I believe like 1 a.m. East Coast time, and despite pushing those bodies in and out of that pit as fast as they humanly could, it still went until well after 3 o'clock in the morning. So it was an experience. I feel bad for all the people involved who have gotten tricked and scammed out of money. There's so much you could say about this. Down to the Luis Pena, Violent Bob Ross, a guy who has had a bit of a checkered past of his own, fought in one of their recent events, the one prior to this most recent one, and he just finally got paid months and months later, and only because he basically had to strong arm these guys online and threaten to tarnish their name and whatnot. So it's a bad situation all around, and it's a shame to see, because Karate Combat at one time was kind of being looked at as a fun alternative to traditional martial arts and things of that nature. So for a company that was kind of at one time seeming like they had a future ahead of them, a bright future, it's really looking bleak now. It's really looking dim, and little birdies are telling me come the first of the year, they might be losing their promoter's license. So
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
Probably
not looking good.
probably because you posted it.
Yeah. Not going to work out well for them. So yeah, fuck
Shame.
you, Karate Combat. Fuck you, President Awesome. And President Awesome, who also happens to be the head coach of the Goat Shed down in Florida, where fighters like Jillian Robertson and others spend the majority of their time. So it's a sick, sad world. Sick, sad world. All right, well, that's enough of me rambling. DangerMouse, you're up next. Let's hear you round out, and wrap up your 2025 naughty list.
I don't think this one's going to surprise anyone whatsoever. This is the supposedly good kid, my arse, because he not only ruined Tom Aspinall's comeback, he also ruined my bloody draft because I was relying on getting some points from Tom. So yeah, Sorogan, you eye-poking, cheese-eating French twat, with your disgusting fingernails, as Tom Aspinall says.
Yeah.
I am seriously hoping we get a seriously angry Tom when he steps into that cage next time, and I'm hoping he just spears him across the cage and smashes him in like 60 seconds and just beats John's record that way on second attempt. Yeah, really, really fucked up the heavyweight division, which was already fucked up as it was. So, yeah, Sorogan, twat.
Yeah, he hurt you twice because Tom didn't even get to defend his title technically, and B, he ruined your draft. Oh my god! Yeah. Oh my god, that was bad.
DangerMouse really got shafted this year on the draft. He did.
I did, yeah. I should have put Shavkat there as well, shouldn't I? Really?
You were so adamant that he was going to fight this year too.
I would not think he was going to fight. How many fighters have a year off for something minor? Not that many. Let's hope it's not that long.
Yeah, two of your biggest picks, literally. Thank God you had Islam too, because that would have fucking like.
Yeah. Marab could have saved it all for me, but no one picked him. So
no, I told Lazy that fucking guy.
The chat's just backing up DangerMouse all day here. The chat's loving the Zero Gone rant. Goodness. All right, Austin, I know you got one more in the chamber. Who is your final selection for naughty?
I gotta say, I wanted to go because my initial thought process was I wanted to go someone who wasn't active currently, but was, just a menace to both the organization and to the fan base, and just to others in general, like Conor McGregor and John Jones and their fucking buffoonery. But I kind of have to put Ronda in there as my last on the naughty list for me, mainly because it's like she came back and it was like, okay, she's promoting a book, okay, whatever, she's gonna say what she's got to say, and there's there's a whole thing about her still having that bitter taste in her mouth from the end of her career and still holding a grudge against both the fan base, the fighters, the organization, and the goddamn journalists that exist in this like a whole ecosystem. And she's still, if there's ever been anybody who was gonna hold a goddamn grudge, it's Ronda Rousey. She's never gonna let it go. And like, don't get me wrong. Like when she was around and she was doing her thing, that whole do nothing bitch move that she was doing, it was fun to watch. Like, but like, damn man, it's like her saying the UFC will basically be a nothing organization when Dana leaves, and it's like, so you just don't care about the sport in general. You only care about when it's Dana. Whatever, sure. But then she's also like, I'm the greatest of all time. I will never be. I will be the best of all time. I'm like, you were good in your time, but you clearly you lost a step towards the. You weren't even that old. You retired. But whatever. Beggars can't be choosers, I guess. But she's on the naughty list for me because you could go with the easy ones, but like, no, she's a particular type of naughty, and Travis Brown knows what I'm talking about.
Come on, Austin. You just want to spank her flat little badonka-donk, don't you?
I don't. I didn't say that. I'm just saying Travis knows what I'm talking about. So does Brendan Schaub.
That was an if you know kind of quote.
I think that Ronda really could perpetually be on the naughty list like every year. Like she's a perennial contender because she's just that kind of, she's a sore loser in the worst way. She's like the definition of the word of a sore loser. And that extends to all avenues of her life. Like she just carries that stink face with her everywhere she goes. And it's stupid because you could be one of the most beloved characters the sport has ever seen. Like, you know how quickly this fan base would forgive you if you just said, hey, I'm sorry, I've been kind of rude throughout the years. You start showing your face at some events, like be one of those people that pops up in the crowd. Like she would get cheered and like people would love it. Like, so it's just, there's no excuse for her to still be so sour and so bitter at a fan base that would gladly embrace her once again. It's stupid.
Yeah, for sure. She is on my Mount Rushmore for MMA.
Yeah, and she should be for many.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's just silly of her to have such a chip on her shoulder over the whole thing. Anyway, that's enough of naughty people and naughty organizations and things of that nature that make us upset. It's time now to wrap up this naughty or nice rendition of the roundup. At least this portion. With our final nice selections of the year. These will be the last people that get any love and any coddling and congratulations from JBR in this year. So let's make these ones some good ones. And I think it's on me to go first once again. And again, I'm going to go with a broad ranging one. Again, I haven't really been selecting individuals. I've been kind of selecting groups. And this is my most cherished group. This is the group that I hold most dear to my heart. And it's the regional MMA organizations of the world. As a global conglomerate, as a global entity, these small local organizations that put on shows week in and week out that aren't getting, they aren't having the fanfare that the big named B-class organizations get. They're not the PFLs. They're not the Ryzens of the world. They're the Thunder Fights. They are the XFNs. They're the FCCs and the FCRs and all these fucking crazy ass acronym organizations. Guys, I'm telling you, if there's one thing for you to do during this break, seek out some regional MMA. Seek out an organization you've never heard of with fights with guys that you're entirely unfamiliar with. And I guarantee you that by the end of that broadcast, you'll find yourself entertained. You'll find yourself with a new fighter that you like that's getting added to your list of people to watch. And you're going to walk away glad that you sat down and watched it. And you're going to wonder, if you're one of those people who only watches the UFC, why do I restrict myself? Why do I keep myself from good things? Why can't I have nice things like regional MMA? Well, guess what? You can. You can have regional MMA, and you can go and you can get it, and you can seek it out, and you can find it, and you should. So I hope that during this break and in the new year and in the days to come, you appreciate, you support, and you patronize, I guess, regional MMA. That's my message to you all in the new year.
Yeah.
Maybe we should arrange a watch along and pick something that's on Fight Pass, and we could fire the studio up. And if anyone wants to watch along, and they have Fight Pass, obviously we can't stream anything illegal, but just a thought. Have to give us a shout in the chat if anyone fancies doing that.
Yeah, watch alongs could be cool. Some regional MMA watch alongs even.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's enough of me rambling. Let's round things out. For you, DangerMouse, who is your final selection for 2025 Nice List?
Okay, I'm following along the theme that I've been going along mostly on this one, and it has to be now retired fighter. I might make Austin cry here. Dustin Poirier, who of course continued his amazing efforts with the Good Fight Foundation even after he's retired. In August, he and his team gave away over 1,200 backpacks and school supplies to kids in his Louisiana community, helping families get ready for the school year coming up. This is an unrelated one, but everyone knows I'm a fan of this guy. Up in Detroit, I saw that Eminem had given away a boatload of coats for kids there, and there were kids turning up in like hoodies. So they obviously weren't just scamming it to try and get a free coat. But yeah, sorry, yeah, I've diverted things here. But yeah, Dustin Poirier, super nice gestures.
Yeah, he's been one of those dudes that's been really charitable for a long time now. And even before he had the Good Fight, he was involved with the soup kitchens and things like that down in Lafayette. So he's a really good guy.
Yep.
It's a great show.
He's definitely that dude for sure.
Yeah, still to this day. Even in his fights, donating to his opponents, their charitable organizations. Just a great guy. Austin, round us out all together with your final choice for 2025 Nice List.
This one is, I gotta say, it's for the two guys that I think have made a big impact on my my MMA watching fandom. Yes, that's the right phrase. It's Luke Thomas and Brian Campbell and Morning Combat and everybody that's a part of that program, and the situation that they have going on with them right now. Shout out to Brian Campbell for choosing his career to get a great opportunity to further his want for his career path, and with CBS, and Luke Thomas, a gentleman who I followed, I think, all the way from the MMA roundtable that they had with Ariel Helwani and whatnot back in the day, and just Morning Combat in general as a community. And honestly, if I wasn't watching Morning Combat, I don't think I'd know DangerMouse or Lazy or Dave or any other the guys that I've spoken to. And I don't know what the future holds, but they are on my nice list to round out, because they have given me a community of which I love and appreciate, and I'm happy to be a part of. And they have given me an appreciation for watching MMA in a way that I never thought I could, and I never thought I'd find. And for that, I am very thankful for them, and I will continue to support them in whatever their endeavors they choose to have. So shout out to Morning Combat, Luke Thomas, and Brian Campbell.
That is a
Hell
great
yeah.
call out. Yeah. I said from the beginning, we are the bastard child of Morning Combat. So, and
Yeah.
you
It's true.
we wouldn't be together if it wasn't for Morning Combat. So yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely true. That's awesome because that's perfect. We literally saved the very best for last because that is the reason why we're here. That's how we all came to know each other through Morning Combat YouTube chat. I tweeted this out the day that BC made the announcement. You know, if it wasn't for Morning Combat and specifically the chemistry between BC and Luke, I would have never gotten involved in YouTube chats. I had listened to Morning Combat and other MMA podcasts for a couple of years prior to jumping in the YouTube chat, but it was like the ridiculousness and the humor and the comical nature of MK that made me want to tune in live to see it live for the first time, and then notice, hey, there's this whole live chat going on, and there's a community in here that's like, bumping. This community's jumping. We got inside jokes. People are fucking greeting each other like regulars, and it was a whole thing. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start fucking bullshitting in this chat, just saying silly stuff and see what happens.
Yeah.
Like literally, that's the
now look where it's turned into. MMA chats are now Lazy's crack cocaine.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, quite literally was it, without MK and without their bond, I would have never gotten YouTube chats and I would have never become this fucking fiend that I am. So
they turned you into a monster.
They did. They absolutely did. And they created this Frankenstein we got going on here. Well, before we wrap up, we got a couple of more minutes before we go. So let's jump into the chat here, see what some guys are saying. We did have our guy Westy who stopped in today saying, great show, guys. Thanks. He'll see us later before he hits the road home, catch us around. Thanks, Westy, for popping in. Appreciate it.
For sure.
Our guy John Ray once again chiming in with BC probably being Paramount's Brett Okamoto. The department stores in Connecticut better stock up on the hair dye. Absolutely true. Absolutely true.
Oh yeah.
Dave says we're gay, so I'll give Dave his 15 seconds of fame. Dave says gay.
one of the first people I ever chatted to in the MK chat room is old Dave. It was David Sandine back in there, so I called him David for so long.
Yeah.
Zombie says he always watches MK, but he hardly chats. That's fair. Like I said, that's what I did for the longest time. I always thought, to be honest with you, YouTube chats were a little bit stupid, but it shows what I know. Look at me now.
Yeah, I always found myself watching or listening to after work, because I don't have signal and I can't watch live and participate because by the time it's I'm going to work, you guys are already done with the chat and whatnot. So.
Yes, exactly. For all the listeners who are always asking, where's Austin? Why is Austin not in the chats? There's your answer why. The man works in the field. He's in a different time zone, and it's not always convenient for him.
Not easy either.
It's Austin's fault. I keep telling him to move east, and he refuses.
I have a wonderful place that I just moved to and purchased myself, so thank you very much. It was... I gotta stay where the money is.
Zombie here saying he remembers MK when DangerMouse's profile picture was Mighty Mouse.
That's right, yeah.
I'm going to call fake news on that one.
Oh, come on.
Austin's got a Pacific time zone brother here in John Ray.
That's right. Let's go.
What the fuck did I just do?
Oh, you changed it.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Let's go. Oh my God.
I've vanished somewhere. I don't know where I am.
I'm John Ray. I'm from the Central Coast, so it's always chippery over here, right? Can't go wrong in the California Pacific time zone.
I could have had it like this the whole time. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, Dave,
so you're learning on the job.
That's what's going on.
You're learning on the job.
Dave's here.
It's better when we're big. Hey, Dave.
What's up, Dave?
Hey, I was just seeing behind the scenes. You guys can ignore me.
Take it back to the four pictures. Take it back so we can see the large avatars, Lazy, if you can.
That might be asking a bit too much of me. I'm not even sure how that got like that to begin with. Yeah, no, I don't think I can fix that for you. That's just gonna be what it is. Oh,
Close. It moved. No.
Dave's doing it. That's
whatever
why.
you. Yeah, that's fair.
There
That's
we
fair.
go.
Right there. We'll just say, yeah,
There
we
it
need
is.
Santa's abs and chest muscles. I mean, we need the UFC logo to be visible.
I wasn't sure if Dave had come on camera or not. So.
Ah,
I don't. I'm inside now. I don't have my camera. Sorry, guys. I
you're good.
Too much.
John
sexy.
Ray, you're not wrong, John Ray. We need EKC. We do.
Yes.
only.
I gotta say, I hope when the draft comes that I crush you all this very next year. I will be letting a lot of my fighters go. I will, even though some of them have given me a lot of points. There is reason to not hold on to some of them, but I will try to crush you this year. I will, by virtue of this new pick, and I know I'm going to try to get one of yours, Lazy, for sure. There it is. There's the picture.
There it is.
Yes.
There it is.
Yes. Oh my God! Nearly identical, as when Goldberg would say.
So good. Well, as we're closing here, this is probably as good of a time as any to mention. As it sits, we're looking like we're taking next week off. That's going to be technically our holiday break. That's going to be the only week of break. We're going to be coming back to you on January 4th for our, or at least recording these. Who's to check if they're going to be live? We'll see how it goes. But recording date wise, we will be back on January 4th for the 2026 fantasy draft. Following that, we'll be back on the 11th for a 2026 futures prediction show, where we're going to take a look at who we think will be champion at the end of 2026. And then we'll be back at you on January 18th once again for a UFC 324 preview show. So you all know what to expect there, the typical JBR nonsense.
Yeah, and I'm going to try and knock out a video, and I might even try and bully Dave into doing one as well.
I like that Dave has now made Austin big and huge.
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
Yes.
Is Dave in control now? That explains a lot.
Yes, he is.
He's playing with the controls right now. I like it.
Slipped in like a sniper.
Well, he might have slipped in, but we're about to slip out because this show has come to an end. So, ladies and gentlemen, bleeders, if you've enjoyed this program, do us all a favor, hit that like button, hit the subscribe, leave a comment. It helps with the algorithm. We love hearing from you. We always do. And we will be back at you, not next week, unless something else comes up, but not next week, the following week after that. So everybody enjoy your holiday, enjoy Christmas, enjoy what's to come in the new year. We are Just Bleed Radio. I'm LazyBed. They've been DangerMouse and Austin, and we're getting the fuck out of here. Peace, guys.
Cheers, guys. See you later.
We did it. Yeah. Yeah.